Welcome back, Dr. Yabo.
Thank you. Where,
Okay,
where is
let's
everybody?
wait for, yes, we have just two people.
Yeah.
The question someone asked was that, I'll wait for them, but let me just read out the question. The first question is, how do you sort, when we're talking about boundaries, creating boundaries as a good form of building your self-esteem. Someone said, how do you sort that out with older people, especially in Africa? Like, how do you create boundaries when the person is an elderly person? I don't know. I think maybe that's what the person is trying to ask, especially in Africa, where we understand that people don't really, boundaries may not really, it's something new that we're all trying to learn. So how do we sort that out? That's one. Then somebody asked, when we're talking about low self-esteem and self-esteem as a foundation with the relationship with yourself, said, how do you relate with someone with low self-esteem? How do you relate with someone that has low self-esteem? So those are the two questions.
Okay.
We have 11 people on board now. So should we start?
Let me know when you want me to start.
Okay, so we're waiting for you. Please join. We have 12 people. I can't even find the person. I mean, I think it was Tife. Tife asked one. I can't remember the second person that asked the other question. Uh, okay. I think we should start answering the
Okay.
question. So it will be up on IGTV. They can always catch up on the replay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
as per the one with elderly parents, of course, the number one thing is respect. And it's not only elderly people we respect. We respect everybody, even if they're younger
Okay.
than us. So you
Okay.
can express yourself because they're elderly doesn't mean that God said we shouldn't talk to them. You can still express yourself to them in a
Mm,
respectful way, and you can
mm,
say, ma or sir, or I'm really sorry, but I'm an adult now,
mm,
and this
mm,
is how I would like to do what I want to do, and I just please
mm,
ask for your respect, and I
mm,
please ask for your support. And if they, again, like what I'm saying, it's not everybody that is older that is emotionally mature. I'm sorry,
sure.
and I disrespect. You can be 70 years old and still not be emotionally mature. And then
Sure.
there's a lot of cultural things. So, but because
Mm,
they're 70 years old, and if you are 30 and you think that what you're doing is right, you just have to express yourself respectfully
mm,
and
mm,
move on and do what you need to do. And if you were wrong and you make a mistake, well, that's life, right?
mm,
Once you out,
mm,
you have to,
mm,
it's like have kids and they're adults. I have a 23-year-old. I still give her guidance. I still give her advice. But at the end of the day, her life is hers now. Whatever she
mm.
chooses to, can't control every part of her life.
Sure. Sure.
So
Sure.
all I do is advice and have boundaries, and I have to have my boundaries. I can't force my life on her. So it's the same way.
Mm,
So
mm.
elderly person tells you something, you don't have to be scared, but please don't disrespect them. You just
Then, okay.
so
Mm,
you just respect them, tell them what you feel, and go by your own way on what you want to do, even if they're your parents.
mm,
You just
mm,
tell them, Dad, I'm an adult now. This is how I want to live my life. Please allow me to just do it.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I don't, what do you,
well, was it Tife? Was it Tife? Oh, well, you're right.
yeah.
Of course, I'm learning from you too. Sis, I'm learning from you. Honestly, I'm learning from you. But I think you're so on point on that. I mean, basically, we still have to let them know in a respectful manner
Yeah.
and let them know how we feel. It becomes a problem when we are being disrespectful, basically, and they may not get the content of what we're saying when we become disrespectful. They'll hold on to the fact that you're so rude, you're so this, am I not your parents? Am I not your, if they're their parents? They'll start saying all that. But when you explain to them in a calm and respectful manner, most likely
Yeah.
they would listen. They should listen. Even if they don't, with time, when they start to see your progress and they realize that this is what you want, this is how you want to live your life, I'm sure
Yeah.
they will let you be,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what you
Okay.
can. And what
So
was the second?
Tife, Tifa, has that answered your question? I hope that was Tife's question. So Mimi's question is, how do you relate with someone who has low self-esteem?
Okay. It depends on the kind of relationship you have with that person. It depends on
Okay.
how close they are to you. So, if it's somebody who's quite close to you relationally and they have low
Mm,
self-esteem, you can help them. You can
mm,
help them build up their self-esteem. So
mm.
I don't. And if let's just use the example of a work colleague who you see
Okay.
at and you notice they have low self-esteem, you
Mm.
can hear the qualities in them. One day if they come to work, you can just say, oh, and not with patronizing them. Please be
Okay.
authentic. You
Mm,
help them put out the positive. Don't say their hair looks nice and you hate the way their hair looks. That's
mm,
the thing. That
mm,
don't do
mm,
that.
mm.
You have to be
Okay.
authentic.
Okay.
Something,
Okay.
or it
Mm,
doesn't even have to be something physical. You can say, oh, you know what, Dr. Ade, I love your organizational skills.
mm,
Love how you're so organized. You get to work
mm,
every day 45. You do your work so well.
mm.
Teach me some of these skills. I do. Let how
Oh, okay. Okay.
what their positive attributes.
Positives.
Yeah,
Mm,
look for the
mm.
positive attributes and bring it out to
Out.
gain their confidence, to gain their
Okay.
yeah, to make them feel safe with you. Because a lot of people that
Mm.
have low esteem also they're very guarded. They don't feel safe with
That
people.
defensive. Sure.
Very
Yeah.
defensive. So look
Yeah.
for attributes that the person has, and don't overdo it because then they'll start to feel like you're patronizing them.
Mm. You're right,
Yeah,
sis.
yeah. So
Mm.
you have to for good things. Sometimes it can be about the physical. Sometimes it can be about some
Their
creative.
qualities. Yes. Yeah.
Then once
Mm.
you see that they're trusting you, then maybe you can go out for lunch one day or go for dinner one day, and then start to go deeper and deeper into how you can help them with their
Help
self-esteem.
them. Mm.
Yeah. So
Mm.
that one answer. The other answer is some people with low self-esteem. Some of them they get to you in a negative way, so you can't
Mm.
allow
Mm.
self-esteem come and pollute your life. So that's why I don't know how to answer that question, because it depends on who it is. If it's your spouse, your husband or wife, you're going to do the first thing I said. But if
Mm-hmm,
it's
mm-hmm.
some stranger on social media who has low self-esteem and is coming to rob you, with disrespect or with,
Mm.
insult,
Negative comments and all those things.
once you don't owe them anything, you let them go, you block them and you let them go so you can
Sure.
refocus your life.
Mm. Mm.
So that answer depends on who they are to you.
To you. Okay. Okay. You're
That's
right,
you.
sis. Mm.
Yeah, you have to help them. And if they don't want help and they're disrespecting and insulting you, then you just pray for them at a distance.
Yeah, you're right. So any
Yeah.
other question? Any other question? Any other question?
While they're thinking of questions, I did have another nugget for us.
Okay. Okay, sis. Okay.
As
All
women, we
right.
get and we get self-absorbed. This is mostly with marriages and with relationships.
Okay.
Remember that how would I put it? What you put into other people's lives is what you're going to get back in return.
Hmm.
Let me explain. So as women, we like to complain about our husbands. He did this, he did. And when women come and complain to me, I ask them also if they are doing their part. So, we like to complain. He's not doing this, he's not doing, he made me feel like this, he made me feel. So what are you doing about raising your husband's self-esteem also?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
You want to have good self-esteem. You want your husband to be romantic, buy you flowers, do this, do that, look at you in a sexy
Hmm.
way. Are
Hmm.
you also making him have good self-esteem as a husband?
Hmm. Hmm.
Or are you also this grumpy, moody, non-feminine, complaining wife? So it's both ways.
Hmm.
Women,
Hmm.
we have to remember it's both ways. Men also want to they want to feel good. Feeling good raises your self
Yes. Hmm.
in that you're going to get out. So
Hmm.
remember So if you feel like your husband is being grumpy, I mean, this doesn't always work, but I just want us to look at it and make sure that we're playing our parts too. So you also have to be a nice and kind and sweet person. You know, you can't be and then expect him to be nice and kind back to you. Try
to
it out.
you.
You know,
And
try
yes,
it out.
and you're right, sis. It works.
It
It
works.
works. It has
Yeah,
worked for me in my relationship too as well, because it works.
yeah,
When you spend time with your spouse, when you create time and they know you actually care about them, not because you want to get something from them. You know,
yeah,
you just start to see them showering you with love, with attention, you
yeah,
know. So what you're saying is actually true. It's
yeah.
correct. It works.
It will raise both your self-esteem, and once both
And
your
that of your spouse, yes.
and once both your self-esteem is doing well in the relationship, oh, it's happiness is flowing. You
Sure.
know, so
Hmm.
it's very important,
Hmm.
and I always want people to take responsibility. I always ask those women, what are you also doing to raise your
Hmm.
husband's self?
Self-esteem.
What are you doing to raise your husband's mental health? Once in a while,
Hmm.
if you're sitting down watching football, you can go and start giving him a shoulder massage. You know, shoulder
Hmm.
or kiss him on the head, or men like that. You know, those kinds of things. You know, it's
They do.
there's so yeah, there's so much cheating in the world is because sometimes as wives we forget how to be sexy and feminine to our husbands.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
and when you talk about self-esteem, men love their self-esteem. We call it ego, but let's call it self-esteem here. Men,
Self-esteem.
men love to have that high self-esteem. So you know,
Sure.
you go and shoulder rub, you give him a kiss, or you make his favorite tea or coffee for him, or you just start being
Hmm.
silly, or you sit on his lap, or you know, just
Hmm.
something feminine and playful. We
Hmm.
forget playful as
Hmm.
women. We forget to
So,
be playful, serious. We're thinking about what are the kids taking for lunch. I haven't done my kids' homework. I haven't
hmm.
this. What are we eating for dinner? What have we? Forget about all that and just relax and just be sexy and feminine towards your husband. Increase your husband's self-esteem,
Hmm.
and he
Hmm.
also increase your self-esteem, and you have a happier marriage.
Hmm. Dr. Abba, we have a question. I'm dating a 6 feet man and I am 5.4. He loves comparing my height with his, like I'm too short, and laughs at me. How am I supposed to handle this now? Because I don't want it to get to a point of it hurting me.
I
Did you
don't
get the question?
repeat that question. Marriage to a
I'm
tall
dating a
man.
6 feet man and I am 5.4. He loves comparing my height with his, like I'm too short, and laughs at me. How am I supposed to handle this now? Because I don't want it to get to a point of it hurting. It's serious.
I
I
can't.
mean, maybe the guy is just making
Doctor.
jokes. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. I'm me.
You're trying to understand, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I understand. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can
Okay.
everybody
Okay.
hear Dr. Yabo?
The problem with that question is what I usually find is that tall men usually like women who are petite. So if he's saying that, it doesn't quite add up to me. It doesn't. I think you need to have all your senses acute with that guy. If you're not yet married to him, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. Just he may just be one of those that just like to criticize. Maybe he's
Mm-hmm.
criticizing you on something else and it's not your height. So you can continue dating him, but don't get too serious yet. You really need to, if the criticisms are piling up, then you need to, reevaluate that relationship. Because I don't know, I mean, most women, right, most tall guys,
Sure.
they like petite women. Yeah, so if he's now bringing out your petiteness as a negative, maybe that's something that has to do with his own self-esteem and he's just trying to put you down. So yeah, that's fine. Keep on dating him, enjoy some meals and enjoy some, nice outings. COVID, as long as it's COVID, okay. But don't rush into anything. Give yourself time to really know this man. Yeah.
Any other question? Dr. Yabo, you gave us like 6 points today.
Good.
I don't know if you still have any other points you would want to raise
about self-esteem. Let me
and
see.
relationship. Yeah.
The only other thing I would want to add on is for you, definitely for the younger ones, like the teenagers and young adults who are is that don't compare yourself with the other people out there. Don't compare yourself with your other with your friends and with your running mates. And I want to really say this to Black and brown sisters, because as a Black woman, if I don't take the opportunity to talk to my Black and brown young girls, then I'll be doing my race a disservice. I love everybody, as you know, but I must say that there's a lot, especially with us that have kids in countries where it's not a home, it's not a birth country. A lot of our daughters, even our sons, but I have daughters, so I can speak to daughters. A lot of our daughters deal with self-esteem issues based on their Black and brown skin. And that's something that it's heavy on my heart, because, as we say, Black is beautiful, brown is beautiful. So I want to say it out there to the young girls, or if you know of one, just please make sure that you tell your Black and brown girls that they're beautiful, because this society, we all know the beautiful for society. It's black, blonde, blue eyes, that kind of beauty. But yes, as Black and brown women, we really have work to do to make sure we remind, without being divisive. I don't like divisiveness. You can bring up a group of people without putting down the other group of people. But sometimes we do extremes. We want to bring up some people, at the same time you're making it worse, because then you're putting down the other group of people. So all women are beautiful. But for me, I want to make sure I remind my Black and brown girls out there that you are beautiful. You're, no matter what anybody says, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And whoever loves your skin loves your skin. You will find Asian men who find you attractive. You'll find white men who find you attractive. You'll find Black men who find you attractive. Don't worry about the norm. So I know this is not really the topic, but it's an epidemic where Black girls feel less than, because I have daughters and I know all what they say about people commenting on their hair and their skin and all that. We're in America, so women, let's not forget that. But I'm asking you, please don't do it in a divisive way. You can elevate people without bringing
other people down.
So talk about Black and white and let everybody know that you love them all equally. Even so, you can talk to some of your white women friends and let them know that it would help you elevate your Black and brown sisters, and let them know they're beautiful, and they should stop listening to the lies. So I wanted to put that out there because it's so important. Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful. Thank you so much, Dr. Yabo.
You're welcome.
Wow.
You're welcome.
In fact, my book is full, because I've been taking notes, the way you've been giving out the nuggets, and I wish we could just continue. In fact, this is the first time we would have like the session and then we'll end and we'll start all over again, for you to know that it was an awesome session. It was a powerful session. I really appreciate you for coming. I hope everyone, I can't see comments coming again. Hello, everyone. Are we still here? Is it in?
There was a question.
Is it in? Because there's a question that is stuck on the page. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, Tifa said, how can you create the balance of not expecting too much and setting standards and boundaries? How can you create the balance of not expecting too much? Well,
Expecting.
yeah, well, you know what I feel about expecting. I expect very little from others, and I expect a lot from myself and from God. That's
Mm,
my anthem. Yeah.
mm,
I
mm,
ex I expect very
mm.
little from other humans, and I expect a lot from myself and
From
from God.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Mm,
if you keep on expecting from people, if you're thinking your husband has to do this, your daughter has to do that, you'll be disappointed over and over and over, and that will affect your self-esteem. So,
mm,
you know, you expect somebody to say yes and they say no, it's fine. Just move on and
mm,
say, okay, yeah, but find another way to get a yes. So, God,
mm,
please tell me, where can I get a yes from?
mm,
Can you
mm,
bring another angel into my life? So we expect
mm,
people to do too much. And then
mm.
when they don't deliver, we get
We get
disappointed.
disappointed,
Yeah, we get disappointed.
frustrations
We hold
and
grudges.
all, hold
Yeah, we
grudge,
label people
negative
like,
emotions, and on
yeah,
and on.
yeah. You know, you start
And you're
saying they're,
actually right, sis.
yeah,
Yeah, high expectations actually linked to etiology of depression. Having high
yeah,
expectations from people. There have been a
yes.
lot of studies that have been able to back that up. That people with high expectations, they frequently get disappointed. So when you're disappointed, you know that trend of negative emotions, you know, feeling bad, holding grudges,
Mhm.
anxiety, worries, and
Yes.
before you know it, depression might set in. So
Yeah.
it's best to just expect little or
Yeah.
nothing from everyone, including your spouse. Like
Yes.
that's, you know,
Yeah.
it
Ex-
works, really, it works. Or what do
It
you think, sis?
it works. People are like, oh, but doesn't that mean that you're being too self-independent and that you don't need anybody
Mm,
else? No, that's different. It's not
okay.
it's not a spirit of arrogance. It's not
Mm,
an ego, it's not an ego one. If you're There's some people who think like that, that who needs him? I don't need him. I don't that Then you're letting your ego drive you. You're letting
okay.
need you. You have to
Okay.
search within your heart and know that you're doing it with humility. And you're saying,
Mm,
if he says yes, fine. If he doesn't,
mm,
I'll look to God for an alternative. You
mm,
know, it's
mm,
how you receive it. You know, and
mm,
it's also that
mm.
spirit of entitlement. People that have a spirit of entitlement, they get easily depressed and their self-esteem gets lowered. You know, some people
Lowered. Yeah.
entitled, they just feel like, why shouldn't he? Why didn't he? He
Mm,
could.
mm,
People
mm,
feel so entitled,
mm,
and it's also about that entitlement is about control. You want to control other people to do
mm.
what you want them to do. If you're a very controlling person, you're going to be depressed and you're going to have low
Sure.
self. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Wow. Any other question? I can't even see the screen. I mean, like it's stuck somewhere and it's not moving. I think maybe it's my network or so. I don't know. I don't know if there are other questions. Dr. Yabo, can you see questions from your own end?
No, no,
Okay.
I can't. I just see comments. Everybody, yeah, it's to protect yourself from disappointment. So
Okay, okay,
true.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I only see
okay,
comments now. Yeah.
okay, okay. Wow, wow, wow. So powerful, Dr. Yabo.
Thank you.
So, how do you want to conclude this? I don't know. Maybe just final words or something. Like you should just continue, but it
Yeah,
has to end. We just have to move on and
yeah,
go about other things.
yeah.
But maybe your final words, your in conclusion or something.
Yeah. So basically, my final words for everybody will be, you have to do the work. You know, when you
Mm,
see people and you think they're glowing, their life is all together, they're doing fine, it looks like they don't have, you don't know how much effort they put into their lives. You don't know if they have
mm,
like 5 mental health therapists and life
mm,
coach and they read their Bible every day. And, don't take people at face value. People, as women,
mm,
deceive ourselves too much. Oh, that person must
mm,
have it all together. She's this, she's that. You don't,
mm.
I mean, just have cried 1 hour before, you know.
In fact,
You know,
that happens a lot of time. Especially on the social media, you think everything is so perfect.
it's
You don't
not.
know what the person is going through,
Yeah,
really.
not perfect. I don't have a perfect life. By the grace
Mm,
of God, I have a peaceful life, but it's not perfect.
mm.
There's
Perfect. Thank
you know,
you.
you can have a
Mm,
peaceful life, but there's nothing like perfection.
uh,
So for me,
mm, mm,
my own is peace. I just want to live a simple life. I want to you help people have a good heart, enjoy my
mm,
family.
mm,
So basically the conclusion with this is stop taking people at face value, work on yourself,
mm,
get the help you need, whether it's a
mm,
life coach, whether it's a mental health therapist. And some of
mm.
this help is not for free. Even before I started having conferences this is the first time I'm saying people should pay for my conference. I'm sure Dr. Adeyemi too has done a lot of free service. You know,
A lot.
a lot of service. I give free service every day. I give advice every day.
Honestly,
Sometimes I get tired.
every day,
When I sign up for my coaching,
every day.
but before you even get there, you're going to pour
Mm,
into people's lives for free. But sometimes you have to pay for elevating yourself. Oyinda
sure.
Mola is here, and I hate to put you on the spot, but I really admire her on social media because I can tell she's a very focused, hardworking, very bright young woman. She was one of the first people that signed up for my conference. Is
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
funny, Dr. Adeyemi, that it's the people that are already doing well in their life that want to keep doing even better.
In
You know,
fact, I don't know why people find it difficult to invest in themselves and in
I,
their own personal development and mental health, a lot
yeah,
of things that would help you, that will empower you. We tend not to, I mean, a lot of ladies, they tend not to want to do that. I don't know, maybe because it's easier to get material things. It's easier to buy this, buy that, than to, probably they are yet to know how important or place values on these things. I really
yes,
don't know. I really don't know why, you
yeah,
know. Because when you see people, life coaches, I'm coming to learn from you. Like I signed up for your conference. It's not because I just want to learn from you because I know you have a lot of experience. You are years ahead of me in so
yeah,
many ways, and I want to learn from you. I've written a lot today, and I know I have a lot to learn as well. So when people come up with excuses of not having this, I can't afford this, I can't, I'm like, oh my God, it's
I
like
know,
you don't understand what you're missing
I
if you
know,
don't invest in yourself, in your personal growth. It's a lot of work. When you see people get better, they are looking good,
mm,
they can speak well, they have confidence in themselves, they've worked, they've
yeah,
actually put in the work,
yeah,
by reading books, by attending conferences, by, trying to go for therapies, like you said. And we should actually cultivate the habit of investing in ourselves, in our personal growth and development, not
yeah,
only in material things,
yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. That's something that as women that on all on this forum, we can keep putting the word out there. And then some women, they feel like, oh, you know what, why am I investing in her life, paying for her conference? There's also that kind of mindset.
Hmm.
We,
Hmm.
yeah, like, why should I be paying for her conference and making her better or making her wealthier or richer?
Hmm.
I can, that. But for me, honestly, and I don't have to say all this out here. I don't like putting my things out there. I don't need to be doing this conference, but it's because it's a calling on my heart. And
Hmm. Hmm.
I wake up, God tells me about how what I have, what He's gifted me is needed out there. I'm already a doctor. I
Hmm.
already own my practice. I don't need to be
Hmm.
doing this.
Hmm.
I'm not even
Hmm.
making money from it. But it's a calling.
Exactly.
Sometimes
Hmm.
you can't keep giving free service. You have to let people also invest in themselves. But
Hmm.
some men also have that mindset, like, why should I pay for her conference when she's already good and she's already this, giving her more money, making
Hmm.
but there's so much we can do, but you have to do the work for self-esteem, for
Okay.
mental health. You have to do the work. I've been to people on here who know. Claire knows all the times I would go for, like when I was going through my divorce, I paid for many conferences that I went to by my friends
Hmm.
and Coavi life coaches. I was trying to improve myself. I was paying for
Hmm.
conferences, buying
Hmm.
books. I did the
Hmm.
work. So what the product you're seeing today isn't just something that you got, I have
Hmm.
been, and I'm still working on myself. I still pay
Hmm.
for conferences. So, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
but that you have to do the work. There's no way. Mental health, and if you know your self-esteem is low, you have to get help. You have to seek counsel, and more often than not, that help you have to pay for it. That's just what it is. So yeah, those are my finishing comments.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Yabo. Hello, guys. On that note, I would like to let you guys know that Dr. Yabo's conference is coming up August 20th. I have signed up for it. I already bought my ticket. I know the early bird has probably ended. I think it has ended. Well, I bought my ticket before it ended, thankfully. Well, I can't even wait for it to come. I can't wait. It's Women Without Guilt, and there are a lot of powerful speakers that are coming. And of course, Dr. Yabo, you can see Dr. Yabo, the way she gave a whole lot today. This is about 1.5 hours, and it feels like we've just been speaking for like 30 minutes. So you can imagine how powerful the session or the conference would be come August 29th. So please go follow Dr. Yabo, go to our page, click on link in bio, and just make sure you register for this conference, get tickets for this conference. It's going to be powerful. And of course, I have a self-esteem challenge coming up August 17th. You know, it's a challenge. I'm a mental health specialist, and I understand what self-esteem is. It's not enough for us to hear about it. We need to challenge ourselves to improve, like to practice. All the questions you've been asking about, how do I do this? How do I set boundaries? So there are a lot of tools that you can work on. There are a lot of assessment that you can do. There are a lot of tasks that you have to do. And that's why it's for 7 days. 7-day self-esteem challenge. Like we'll just work, hold our hands together and do a lot of work, like exercises within that 7 days to improve our self-esteem, basically. So it's just going to be fantastic. There are a lot of things coming up that would help us improve us in August. My own self-esteem challenge and Dr. Yabo's Women Without Guilt conference. So please just go to our pages, go to my page, go to our page, and just click link in bio and register. Okay, my own early bird is still until tomorrow. By tomorrow, the price goes up. I think ours, I don't know. I think ours has ended, so you just have to pay for the price. Yes, for our end. So it's the regular price you have to pay, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's going to be what the amount you give. It's going to be worth more than the amount you're going to give, really, because I'm sure if you see the flyer, you see the speakers that are coming, and of course, Dr. Yabo's wealth of experience. She's going to give us a lot, and we're also going to network with a lot of women, powerful women. So it's really, really going to help us. So, guys, I can't see any comments anymore. I can't see comments. I think my network got stuck, and then I'm just stuck with feminine energy. That last question on 6 feet man.
They can't wait. The people are saying invest in yourself, get your tickets.
Yes. Okay. 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 All right. So fantastic, guys. My own self-esteem challenge. You can just get the ticket. The early bird ticket it's just 10,000. I think that's $23 US dollars, right? Yes. So it's just 10,000 naira for 7 days. And click link in my bio, you'll get that. But by tomorrow, the price goes up. So thank you so much for joining this session. Dr. Yabo, I feel like hugging you. E-hugs.
Hug, virtual hugs.
E-hugs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Please thank Dr. Yabo for me. Please, prayers, comments. Just keep thanking her, appreciating her for coming. It wasn't, from out of a busy schedule, she still came because she loves to do this. She loves to help a lot of people. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I hope you can come another time.
I will.
Oh, God.
Thank
All right, on that note, okay.
Yes.
No question. So we're going to end this session, and we'll meet again next week by God's grace.
Yes.
So bye, guys. Do have a fruitful week. Don't forget to be intentional about your mental health. Take care of yourself and ensure that you put in the work so that you can live better lives.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye. Hey, beautiful mind. How are you doing today? I hope you're keeping safe. Okay, my name is Adeola Adeyemi. I'm a mental health expert and a mental fitness coach. I help people become better persons, live a happier, healthier lives, and satisfying lives by teaching them practical ways to prioritize their mental health and be intentional about it. Okay, so today I'll be speaking to parents, teachers, caregivers, uncles and aunties on how to prevent or protect children from being abused. So if you're a parent or an aspiring parent, you need to listen to this. All right, let's go. We all know that child abuse can have lifelong consequences on the mental health of a child. And then before I move ahead, I would like us to understand what an abuse is. According to the World Health Organization, an abuse is any form of maltreatment, or child abuse is any form of maltreatment that occurs in children under 18 years of age, and it actually results in actual or potential harm to the child's health,